Here we are back again, and Lauren Harrington is with us. She's been on the show before. They're really doing some important things over at Armistead Caregivers, and they're located over on Dahlia Street in Schenectady, and you're offering your place for some of these workshops. That's really great.
We have a lot of space, and being part of the community means doing the right thing, helping out whenever you can. There's so many wonderful organizations. Alan was talking earlier about the number of seniors. There's 10,000 seniors a day. I mean, the number is astronomical. So we need to, and I'm going to be in that group in another 10 years.
Everybody's going to be here eventually, you know. Exactly.
So the idea is the more we know about things we can do to help ourselves, to educate ourselves to be better members of the community, better members of a family, it's power in knowledge.
And you're talking about aging in place, because many people are trying to age in place, and people with Alzheimer's sometimes have caregivers with them, or they're living with caregivers. And one of the things is life can be so difficult when you're a caregiver.
Absolutely, and Alzheimer's changes your personality to some degree. I mean, Alzheimer's is like cancer. There's all different levels, or dementia. Alzheimer's is a type of dementia.
Absolutely.
But you know, somebody can say, well, Nani doesn't have Alzheimer's because, you know, Pat has it, and I know what that looks like. It has all different faces. Mm-hmm. A lot of caregivers are spouses living with a family member who suddenly has some personality changes.
Is that the first thing that people notice, is a personality change? You can't
generalize. Yeah, it's all different. I mean, it depends. It could be just that you see things that they never did before, or speech patterns they've never had before, or forgetting things every day. Because I'm an adult child with a mother with Alzheimer's, you have Alzheimer's-ophobia, you know, where you suddenly you can't remember.
Oh my God, I can't remember.
That's right. I don't know what I
forgot
got.
I went in the basement for. Oh my gosh, I must have Alzheimer's.
That's true.
That's not true.
Well, we all have memory issues as we age. The other thing is we are all overstimulated with information.
I was going to say we're distracted.
Yep, we all sit around and watch that you know, not public access TV, but a lot of...
because we have no commercials.
Well, no, but I think there's a lot of commercialized TV that it's sugar-coated, overstimulated information that we're bombarded with. Mm-hmm. So our brains are oversaturated with information, and I think that increases the likelihood of forgetting things.
Well, it's amazing when they say that if you want to take the stress out of your life, don't watch the news for a week and find out how much stress is removed from your...
I agree. Honestly, watching public access, we were just having this conversation earlier today, there's ways to find information. The Schenectady Today Show, I'm a huge Schenectady Today Show fan, but you know, the whole idea that you're looking for information, you don't necessarily want to hear all the negative stuff.
Right. And of course, we do try and bring a lot of really good stuff. Even our breaks are entertaining, we hope.
Absolutely.
Now, tell me about the Savvy Caregivers workshops.
The Alzheimer's Association is going to be teaching this course. It's 6 Tuesdays starting February 5th from 6 to 8 p.m. It's free. It's a fabulous, I took the course 2 years ago. It's a fabulous amount of information. It just, even if you don't have anybody in your family or anybody you know with any levels of dementia, it just helps you open up lines of communication so you can be a better child, better parent, better caregiver, better spouse. Because as we age,
never know when
there's
that's
changes.
Going to happen.
Right.
You never know when it's going to hit, you know, close to home, so to speak.
Nina was saying earlier, she said, you know, Nina's your production manager. Mm-hmm. She said she's got 2 friends left at this age, and she said neither one of them recognize her. So
see, and that's so sad.
It is. It's really frustrating. So the more education you have, the greater your ability to, you know, to tell the kids, when Nani starts acting this way, you know, it isn't that she doesn't like you. It's that she's not necessarily cognitive of what she's doing, right.
And one of the things that you find is that, I think, because if you're talking about your parent has always been the one that was there giving you advice, fixing your meals, telling you blah, 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 taking care of the grandkids, whatever it was. And now all of a sudden, they're starting to act different, and you want to say, well, that's not you. That's not the way you're supposed to behave.
Right.
So you kind of get that frustration, and you bounce it off them, which is not good.
It's easy to do if you're with somebody who repeats the same thing, and that's one of the common symptoms of Alzheimer's, is repeating the same phrase over and over again, or asking you the same question over and over again. If you don't have the background to know that you shouldn't go, Mom, I just told you that. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And that's not good.
Yeah.
You know, because then they can be suddenly cognitive and realize that you've said that, and then that makes them feel bad.
Well, that you're angry with them,
Right.
and they really don't want you to be angry. They just want to be, they want to please you, and
Right.
it's very
So this
difficult.
workshop gives you the tools so that you can be a better communicator.
Yeah. Now you also did actually, you did the healthy living healthy.
Right, that's going
series.
on right
Yeah.
now, and that's through the Living Healthy New York. They've got a long
Lauren
title.
Benoit, I think, is
Lauren
working on
Benoit,
that,
right,
yeah.
wonderful woman, and they are doing a workshop right now, helping people learn to be more proactive in their health.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we were talking about this earlier. There's certain things that they feel are indicative of aging better, more efficiently. Eating better, more exercise, lots of water, and things like Lauren's class help people become more aware of these things.
Yeah, and it's important that not everyone has to be institutionalized or go into a residential setting, that they can stay at home for if they can get some support. And,
Absolutely.
yeah.
We've got
And
people
what
in our
you do some support too.
We
yeah.
do. As a caregiver program, we train caregivers to go into the home and help people out so that they can stay in their homes longer. My mom and dad, I always use them as the poster children for my program, because dad's on his 3rd heart attack, mom has Alzheimer's.
You've had such a hard time.
It's part of life. So if they got separated, if they got, had to go someplace, they'd be separated. So we're doing everything in our power to keep them in their homes,
Exactly, together.
with tools to help them out so that they can stay together as long as possible.
And we know that people do stay healthier if they're in their homes and they have their familiar surroundings. Very important. So if you want to get involved with this Savvy Caregiver, do they give you a call? Who do they?
Absolutely. There's a registration is free. The class is free. It's a fabulous class. I can't say enough great things about it.
Okay, good.
There's a 867. Sorry that I'm reading it, Ann.
That's okay.
867-4999 extension 200, or they can reach out to the Alzheimer's Association, or they can call us directly at the Armistead Caregiver Services, and my office number is 982-1633.
Good, and you can avail yourself of some of these classes. You never know. Perhaps maybe you don't need that, or you don't think you do, but you know someone who might, and we'd encourage you to spread the word and get people involved in these classes. The Alzheimer's Association is a wonderful organization, and they have done so much to try and help people stay in place and to live healthy and be treated with respect as
Absolutely,
well.
absolutely.